So today I want to share with you one of the most unsettling experiences I've ever had. I'm Sarah, an artist who can't stop obsessing over the unknown and the stories that create our monsters. If you catch them staring at you while you sleep, don't worry, it's just their job. Consider subscribing and hitting the bell to see any new stories I discover along this dark alien path called life. In 1998, my mom was driving and we were coming back from a nearby town about 20 minutes away. It was getting dark and we had been on this route before. It's the kind of place you can drive through miles of windy roads and never see one street light. It was fall and I remember the glass of the car window being cold. My eyes had adjusted to the darkness and I was enjoying looking out the window at every little detail I could see in the forest. The dark treetops flew by against the lighter night sky, and the headlights illuminated the tunnel of trees surrounding the road. But then everything changed. I could see something different about the van. Bright, flashing, colorful lights started to flicker in the rearview mirror, and the interior of our van lit up with color. I just thought we were being pulled over. It's the next part that bothers me the most. And as much as I want to wrap my head around it, I just can't. Ahead was the turnoff to a back road, and my mom pulled into the patch of dirt next to the pavement. What bothers me is the parts that I don't remember. What happened between seeing those lights and... where was the back road that we had just turned off of? Everything in front of me had changed. It looked different. Am I facing the other way? The lights from the van shined into the main road where we had just came from. Was there something there? And out of the corner of my eye, outside the window, I thought I could just make out a dark shape. Was my mom doing that? The window started to roll down, and I just kept looking ahead into the darkness past the car's headlights. There were no words or sounds, it just stood there. And I didn't look at it. I could feel there was a figure next to me outside the window. Then it left. My mom slowly pulled to the right side of the road, crossing the opposite lane. What did the cops want? She said nothing. She had her hands on 10 and 2, staring at the road. I thought maybe she hadn't heard me. The cops, what did they want? My mom was always such a chatty person, but in this moment, she seemed like she was in a daze. Dull. She just said what? More like a statement than a question, really. We paused for a short time at the stop sign. It felt a bit longer than usual, seeing as there were no cars in either direction. My window was still down, and I could feel the cold air on my skin as we picked up our pace. Turning, I rolled up the glass, and it took me a few minutes of constant similar phrasing of the question before I understood that she didn't even know what I was talking about. According to her, there were no lights. There wasn't a cop car, no figure. My mind raced for explanations. I conceded to my mom for the sake of answers. I asked her, why did we pull off the road? My mom had no idea what I was talking about. Okay, this had just happened not a minute ago. But what about the stop sign? There were no stop signs before town. Now she had started saying there wasn't even a stop sign. I could accept there wasn't a police car, but I knew we had pulled over. And every time I tried to speak with her, I was met with a short, monotone voice. After getting into town, my mom seemed to return to normal, and I asked about the whole thing one more time. She didn't seem to remember me asking about it, and looked at me like I was going nuts. I never brought it up to her again. If she didn't remember that much about the experience, what am I forgetting? I would have thought the entire thing was a dream, but I know I had that conversation with my mom, and the window was down. The window shouldn't have been down. So I wish you safe travels the next time you're on those windy backcountry roads. Please tell me about any crazy roadway stories you've had in the comments below. It doesn't have to be paranormal. I just want to get to know you. Please visit my website for any weird art, and like and subscribe if you're into this stuff.